So, just as you've read, Ms. Hammer, just a formality we have to go through in order to cover all bases, really. All set to go?
Yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever you have to do.
Okay, we're good to go in 3, 2, 1. Can you please state your name and date of birth?
Lucia Hammer, 24th of July, 1984.
Your chosen candidate
Kyle Thresher.
and reason.
I was in a 2-year relationship with Kyle until about 6 months ago. And it ended when, what I did was, let's say, fairly unforgivable. And then I got a new job, and it happens to be where he is, so now we're colleagues, but it's not pleasant, as you can probably understand. His attitude is starting to go off the rails and starting to scare people a bit. And I think it's time someone took action before, I may have said too much.
The other target, you also mentioned a Mr. Douglas White.
Yes, he's the main reason I got in touch with you, actually. In order to get to Kyle, we have to go with him first.
Aha. Well, it'll require a fairly bespoke solution, but I should remind you we've dealt with a dozen Kyles and Douglases before. One final thing. Is there a message for the subject you wish to declare now, or would you prefer to deliver in person?
Oh, I'll be there myself. I wouldn't miss the looks on their faces when it finally catches up to them.
As you wish.
BBC I work for on radio. Do you listen locally to here?
Is that the Dubai acquisition?
Mm-hmm.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
And are they on board?
You bet.
That's not what your face told me.
Yeah, well, it's a party. I'm trying not to think about it. I don't want to ruin everyone's time talking about work.
We need that sale, Kyle. Don't let a few free drinks blind you to your sole purpose in life.
What?
Mr. White, are you checking me out?
Of course not. We're colleagues, after all. It wouldn't be appropriate.
Want to give me a hint who I am?
Certainly. You are the most beautiful woman in the room. Renowned as the Queen of Horror and an independent woman with beautiful eyes.
Mr. White, I'm not sure you've even noticed the note on my head yet. So, if you do move up to Vice President next week, what would you be looking for in a person to take over in your role as director?
Totally depends.
Depends on what?
Well, Lucia, my dear, the person to close the last deal next week would certainly get my recommendation to the President. He and I both appreciate the strength of a good international sales team. The Dubai contract would do it. If we could close that before the end of the quarter next week, let's just say I'd make it worth your while. Although you'd have to find some way of getting hold of it.
So it's Kyle's account.
Yes, but you've got a bigger fish on your side, if you know what I mean.
Don't sit down.
How's it going?
Downhill.
Drink?
All the time.
Any idea who you are yet?
Heartbreaker in the 90s. Put the fashion back into the skateboard. Was big on TV for a while. Hung around with a weird old guy for 3 movies. And got every guitarist in the land learning the Johnny B. Good chords. It's obvious. Yours is pretty appropriate.
Why?
Her most iconic role was when she fought off her worst fears before finally becoming one herself in the last film. Go figure.
What's up with you?
That miserable bastard, Douglas. As if things weren't bad enough before. Now with him getting promoted to vice president next week, it's just going to get even worse. Everyone knows he's a schemer. Every chance I've had to get somewhere in this place, that guy's been there to pull the rug from underneath my feet. One of these days, that guy is going to push me too far. Anyway, Dubai is stalling. So I'm behind target. Douglas is on my back just so he can nick the sail off me. Christ knows how he's gotten away with this for so long.
Want me to talk to them? I could sweeten them up for you.
No chance. I'll let you have it and never see it again, will I?
Thanks for nothing.
Likewise, doll. Cheers.
Do you really still hate me? Come with me. Let me make it up to you.
So far, so good. The client and the subject are en route to the bathroom. Team 1, please make their way to the function room. Team 2, secure all exits.
Do you like what you see?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, come on, drop the act. I might be weak, but I'm not stupid. That charity fuck was just a bonus. You're in it for the contract, aren't you? Doesn't bother me. You want the contract that much? I'll let you have it. Just so I can watch you drown.
What?
I've worked here for years. I know that this place is full of sharks. I know that the people in there will eat their own kind long before giving a shit about anyone else. The only thing that stings them worse than losing money is their pride. And soon enough, You are gonna know exactly what I mean. You wanna swim with the sharks? It's on me.
Kyle.
What the hell?
Team 2, stand by at the front entrance. We could have a problem. You forgot the chair.
Oh, shit! What the fuck is going on? For fuck's sake!
Get them to turn the music up in the function room.
I'm fucking sick of this!
Louder.
Fuck you!
That's right, I see you. I'd stick around if I were you, Mr. Thresher. You caught Brett Team 2. Subject is en route to the function room as planned. Philip, we are all set for your appearance in the function room too. We'll see you there in 5. Please acknowledge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the combination of assignment, so I guess extend my stay and then resubmit. Yeah, I'm supposed to do my master.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention for a moment, please? As most of you already know, next week I hand over as director and take over as vice president.
Sorry, Douglas, may I just interject for a moment and ask everyone to raise their glasses? Ladies and gentlemen, to Kyle Thresher.
To Kyle Thresher!
Lucia, my sweet.
Don't call me your sweet, thanks. It makes my skin crawl. As most of you probably know by now, I actually was offered the role of director over a week ago. And I thank you for keeping it from this guy as well as you did.
Will someone please explain? I hardly think Mr. Thresher is the reason we're all here.
Well then, this may surprise you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Philip Mann.
You'd have to find a way of getting hold of it first.
So it's Kyle's account.
Yes, but you've got a bigger fish looking after you, if you know what I mean.
Don't worry about that part, if you know what I mean.
Tonight, in fact, marks your termination, Mr. White. The shareholders and I have all the evidence we need. Employee filed complaints and a petition against your time as director. A recent internal audit also revealed that you falsified no less than 113 sales records, claiming them as your own. Tonight's assembly of spectators is in fact gathered here to witness your dismissal from office, effective immediately.
Philip runs Fair Game. It's a firm set up a couple of years ago at the end of the last recession to make sure certain nasty, conniving directors with no sense of shame or honor ever make it to the top and send us back to square one. You were right. There's always a bigger fish. We're putting Kyle forward, being as he's the one that's brought Pride Proof the most success over the last 3 years running. Oh, wait! Almost forgot your big important sale, didn't I? There we are. There we are. Not sure if it's gonna be any good to you now, really, but I don't know. You could always get it framed.
Out. 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 Out.
I turned down the director's job. You should have it.
You really are the biggest shark I ever knew.
You're the one who taught me how to swim. Listen, stealing that 10,000 pounds off you was the worst thing I've ever done. I didn't think a simple sorry would quite cut it. You know I can't get it back, but could you consider this an apology? Whatever you think of me, I don't care. Just take the job, yeah? Please.
You still didn't say it.
Okay, fine. You win. I'm fucking sorry, all right? Now get up. You're making me look bad.
We enjoyed this. That lady certainly cares for you quite a bit. She made us swear not to let you miss it. In that way, I apologise for having locked you in.
Oh, that was you.
Well, it worked, didn't it? Well played, son. See you around. Who's next?